Alright, now that we've finished the introduction to FastAPI on Project 1 and Project 2, let's dive into some more advanced features within Project 3. Now, Project 3, we will be switching our focus to doing to-dos instead of using books as our primary object. Now, Project 3 is going to have some new information, which includes a full SQL database. Now, this database is going to have all of the records and tables that we need for a full-fledged database, but in this course, we give you 3 different production databases you can use in your application. We'll start this project with using SQLite, which is an easy embedded database in our application. We then show you step-by-step on how to use 2 extremely popular in production databases, which is PostgreSQL and MySQL. We also dive into authentication and how we can get authentication with JWTs in our application, and that ultimately means being able to create users that have a username and password. Now, with authentication, we go with authorization. We're going to go over roles and responsibilities where a user can be an admin and they get certain API endpoints available that other users do not get. And of course, when we're dealing with user authentication and authorization, that means we are going to hash the password before we save it into the database. So we're not going to be saving plain text into our database in case this application gets hacked. I will walk you through step by step on how to create a hashing algorithm for our application to be able to hash all of the passwords that we save as records. And with this, we also will continue the learning that we have already learned from other projects. So creating a to-do table, we will create a new to-do table model for our application. We will be using these to-dos to save records throughout this project. And to give you kind of an architectural view of what it looks like, we're going to have our web page that communicates with our FastAPI server, which we've already done. And now we're going to be adding a database that will communicate with our FastAPI application. Now, our web page and our FastAPI is what's going to be dealing with JWTs and finding out what's authenticated. However, our FastAPI and database is what's going to be retrieving the user and the to-dos from the database to validate against what the client or the web page is sending over to our FastAPI application. Now, we're going to go over very modern ways on how to deal with the security and everything that we need to be able to create a professional FastAPI application. And I'm looking forward to this journey with you, so I will see you in the next video.